Picture this. It's Monday morning. Guy sits down at his desk, coffee in hand, laptop open. He's got a solid plan for the week. Big goals, real energy. Then one notification pops up. Just one. He figures it'll take 2 seconds. Next thing he knows, it's dark outside. The coffee's cold, and nothing on that list got touched. Here's the part that gets me though. He's not lazy, not even close. He just never stood a chance. Because right now, in 2026, human attention is the most valuable resource on the planet, and an entire industry worth billions of dollars exists for one single purpose: to steal it from you. Every app, every platform, every notification is engineered by rooms full of the smartest people in the world just to keep you from focusing. And it's working. Think about this. Not too long ago, people could sit with their own thoughts, read for hours, memorize, have a conversation without glancing at a screen, work through hard problems without needing a distraction every few minutes. Now, most people can't watch a 10-minute video without picking up their phone halfway through. And the scariest part? Most people don't even notice it's happening to them. That's why focus has become one of the rarest and most powerful things a person can have right now. Because in a world literally built to distract you, the ability to lock in is a superpower. So let's talk about the 7 levels of focus. And I'll warn you now, somewhere in this video, you're going to recognize yourself. Level 1. Temporary attention. At level 1, everything still feels pretty normal. You can focus when you need to. You finish tasks, you get through the day. Nothing feels broken. But here's what's quietly happening under the surface. Maybe you check your phone a few times while working. Maybe you scroll a little during breaks. Maybe YouTube becomes background noise while you're trying to study. Small stuff, right? That's exactly why people blow past this stage without thinking twice. But every single one of those moments, every swipe, every notification, every 30-second clip is teaching your brain something. It's teaching your brain to expect stimulation constantly. And once your brain gets wired to that fast dopamine hit, sitting down and doing slow, deep work starts feeling almost painful. That's when things start sliding into level 2. Level 2, reactive focus. This is where attention stops being something you control and starts being something that just happens to you. Phone vibrates, you check it. Notification pops up, you're already gone. You tell yourself it's just for a second, but a second turns into scrolling through clips, which turns into replying to texts, which turns into completely forgetting what you were even doing before. And here's the sneaky part. Level 2 actually feels productive. You're always doing something, always responding, always busy. But at the end of the day, nothing meaningful got finished. Your brain was active all day, and somehow you're more drained than ever. A lot of people in America are permanently living at level 2 right now. Always connected, always one notification away from losing the thread. And slowly, without realizing it, their brain is forgetting what it feels like to be truly locked in. Level 3, multitasking addiction. At level 3, silence starts feeling wrong. Like actually uncomfortable. Like something's missing if you're just doing one thing. So you stack it. Music while studying, scrolling while watching TV, texting while eating. Always multiple tabs open, always some kind of noise running in the background. And honestly, our culture kind of celebrates this. People wear busyness like a badge. I'm juggling 10 things right now sounds impressive. But here's what's actually happening. Your brain isn't multitasking. It's rapidly switching back and forth between things, burning through mental energy with every single switch. That's why people finish a full day of doing stuff and feel completely wiped out without actually accomplishing anything they're proud of. Scattered attention creates scattered results, and most people never make the connection. Level 4, attention fragmentation. Now this is where you really start to feel it. Books feel harder to get through. Long videos feel slow. Even conversations, real, deep conversations, start feeling like a lot of effort. You catch yourself opening apps without deciding to, switching tabs for no reason, picking up your phone and genuinely not remembering why. That's not a character flaw. That's conditioning. Your brain got trained over months, maybe years, to need something new every few seconds. And now deep focus doesn't just feel hard, it feels physically uncomfortable. And this is where I think the real damage happens. Because there are genuinely talented, driven people stuck at level 4 right now. Not failing because they lack ability, failing because distraction quietly ate their consistency. Careers stall here, dreams fade here. Not dramatically, just slowly, through fragmented attention, day after day. Level 5, mental exhaustion. By level 5, your brain is running on empty, and it doesn't matter how much sleep you got. You wake up already tired. Simple decisions feel heavier than they should. And even when you are resting, your mind is still buzzing, because it never fully shuts off anymore. Walk through the average American's day. Wake up scrolling, work while half distracted, eat lunch while watching content, fall asleep with the phone still in hand. The brain never gets a real break. Not once. And eventually, that low-grade exhaustion becomes the baseline. Brain fog, poor memory, low motivation, emotional flatness. People think they need more discipline, more motivation, more caffeine. But sometimes what they actually need is just less noise. Because focus isn't only about effort, it's about having enough mental energy left to actually use. Level 6, escape mode. This is the shift that changes everything. Up until now, distraction was mostly about entertainment or habit. But at level 6, it becomes emotional. Stressed? Scroll. Anxious? Scroll. Lonely? Bored? Overwhelmed? Scroll. The phone stops being a tool and becomes a way to avoid your own life. And when that happens, silence stops being peaceful. It starts feeling threatening. Being alone with your thoughts becomes genuinely uncomfortable. So the brain runs from it, constantly searching for the next hit of input. And what gets lost in all of that? Creativity, self-awareness, the ability to actually process what you're feeling. All of that requires space. And an overstimulated mind never gets space anymore. Level 7, complete attention loss. This is the end of the road. At level 7, attention is fully hijacked. Deep focus on anything meaningful, work, relationships, personal goals, feels nearly impossible. Even entertainment doesn't fully satisfy anymore. Your brain just keeps jumping, app to app, tab to tab, thought to thought. Real life starts feeling slow, conversations feel dull, and hours, days, sometimes years slip by. Not because of failure, not because of bad luck, but because a person lost the ability to direct their own attention. And that's the thing that keeps me up at night about this. Because attention isn't just about productivity. Attention shapes who you become. Whatever you consistently give your focus to, that's what your life turns into. How to rebuild focus. Here's the good news. And I mean this genuinely. The brain can heal. It's not permanent. But you have to actually reduce the noise. Turn off the notifications you don't need. Create real distance from your phone. Stop flooding your mind with short-form content on repeat. And honestly, learn to be bored again. Boredom sounds like a problem, but for an overstimulated brain, it's medicine. At first it'll feel awful, restless, uncomfortable. Your brain will look for any excuse to grab the phone. That's normal. That's just your nervous system adjusting to not being constantly stimulated. But if you push through, your thoughts get clearer, your mind gets quieter, and focus, real focus, starts coming back on its own. So here's the honest question. How much control do you actually have over your own attention right now? Can you still lock in when it matters? Or has the algorithm quietly taken the wheel? Because in a world fighting for your focus every single second, being able to direct your own attention is one of the most valuable things you can have. And if you want to go deeper, watch the next video. 7 Levels of Energy. Because even the sharpest, most focused mind becomes useless without the energy to back it up.